the Baltimore Ravens just sent shockwaves through the NFL, rushing for an astonishing 299 yards against the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team known for their 6th-ranked run defense. This performance wasn't just impressive, it was historic. The Ravens didn't just win, they controlled every aspect of the game, doubling the Steelers' time of possession with over 39 minutes on the clock. If there were any lingering doubts about this team's playoff potential, they were completely erased. What made this victory even more remarkable was the way the Ravens executed under pressure. Every snap was precise, every play was calculated, and every player stepped up. From the very first drive, it was clear this wasn't going to be a back-and-forth battle. The Ravens made it their mission to overpower the Steelers, and they did so in every aspect. This game wasn't just about advancing in the playoffs, it was about making a bold statement. The Ravens are here to dominate. Leading the charge was Lamar Jackson, who silenced all of his playoff critics once and for all. But before we dive into that, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more NFL content. Your support means a lot. When the Baltimore Ravens needed him most, Lamar Jackson delivered a masterful performance. He threw for 175 yards on just 16 completions, racking up 2 touchdowns and posting a remarkable 132 QB rating. On top of that, he rushed for 81 yards, keeping the Steelers' defense on its heels. Jackson didn't just play well, he played loose, focused, and fearless, shattering the narrative that he struggles in the playoffs. What stood out most was his efficiency. Averaging 8.3 yards per pass attempt, Jackson made every throw count. He wasn't forcing plays or taking unnecessary risks. He was in complete control, dismantling the defense with precision. By the second half, the Ravens had such a commanding lead that Jackson could focus on managing the clock while letting the ground game take over. This wasn't just a great game, it was a statement that Lamar Jackson is built for the postseason. If Lamar Jackson set the tone, Derrick Henry brought the thunder. With 186 rushing yards on 26 carries, averaging a jaw-dropping 7.2 yards per rush, Henry was unstoppable. He didn't just run the ball, he dominated the Steelers' defense with sheer power and precision, adding 2 rushing touchdowns, including a breathtaking 44-yard breakaway. What made this performance even more impressive was Henry's consistency. He wasn't relying on 1 or 2 big plays. He was grinding out 10 and 15-yard runs, breaking the Steelers' spirit every time he touched the ball. His ability to keep the chains moving not only helped the offense, but also kept the Steelers' defense on the field, allowing the Ravens to maintain control. Together, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry combined for 442 total yards and 4 touchdowns, a 1-2 punch that no defense wants to face. But this victory wasn't just about the Stars, it was a total team effort. The Ravens controlled the game, holding onto the ball for over 39 minutes compared to the Steelers' 20. That kind of possession doesn't just happen, it's a testament to a disciplined, relentless offensive line. They didn't just block, they bulldozed, opening lanes for Henry and giving Jackson all the time he needed to execute plays flawlessly. This game showed why the Ravens' offensive line is one of the most underrated in football. Even with Zay Flowers sidelined, the Ravens didn't miss a beat. Isaiah Likely stepped up, catching 3 passes for 53 yards, averaging an impressive 17.7 yards per reception. He proved once again that he thrives in clutch moments. The depth of the Ravens' receiving core was on full display. Rashad Bateman converted key 3rd downs and capped off a 90-yard opening drive with a touchdown. Meanwhile, Tylan Wallace's 21-yard catch on 2nd and long kept the momentum rolling. Even though Mark Andrews was quieter than usual, he contributed crucial plays to sustain drives. The Ravens didn't just survive without Flowers, they thrived. On the other side of the ball, the Ravens' defense delivered its own statement. They held the Steelers to just 14 points in a must-win playoff game. Despite a few big plays allowed, like George Pickens' sideline catch and Van Jefferson's touchdown, the Ravens' defense was suffocating for the majority of the game. Those 2 moments accounted for almost all of the Steelers' offensive production, underscoring just how dominant Baltimore's defense was. This defense didn't just defend, they dominated. Thanks to the offense's long drives, they stayed fresh, wore down Pittsburgh's attack, and crushed any momentum the Steelers tried to build. With this kind of performance, the Ravens aren't just contenders, they're the team no one wants to face. The Ravens have made one thing clear, they're built for a deep playoff run. After dismantling the Steelers, the question isn't whether the Ravens can win the Super Bowl, it's who can stop them. They've already crushed the Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans earlier this season, outscoring them 66-12 combined. Now, heading into the divisional round, the Ravens have all the momentum they need to take on whoever stands in their way. This team has everything. A balanced offense led by Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, a defense that relentlessly shuts down opponents, and a coaching staff led by John Harbaugh who knows how to win under pressure. The Ravens aren't just hot right now, they're peaking at the perfect time, whether it's the Bills, Texans, or any other contender. The Ravens are ready to line them up and knock them down.